Hi Aquarius, my name is Audrey Alison. Thank you for joining me for your July 2016 forecast for the month. It's a beautiful day outside and it's very hot, so if I'm not in this same location when you check your rising sign, just bear with me. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. On the 4th of July, on Independence Day, we have our new moon. That's at 12 degrees of Cancer. So having a new moon in the 6th house is excellent for starting new health regimens or routines. And it's also a fresh start in a work arena. In the 6th house of work, regimen, routine, details. This is great for those Aquarians looking for a new position or looking to incorporate some weight loss or a diet program in regards to the health and body. This is what you want to see, a fresh start in the 6th house. So that's lovely. And on the 12th, Venus enters Leo through August 5th. Venus being attraction and harmony and balance, entering a sector where you hold your polar opposite sign, Leo, the marriage sector, the 7th house of soulmate, partnership, the house of the others, the house of business partnerships. This is spectacular for those Aquarians looking for love, looking to meet the one, because this is the 7th house of commitment. It's not the 5th house of light-hearted dating and romance. This is about monogamy, and Venus being that attraction and love. You could meet someone through now and August 5th that really wants to settle down quickly. I say this because on the 13th, following that Venus transit, Mercury also enters Leo. And Mercury is that communication planet. Through the 30th of July, he's in this marriage sector. For those of you already married, this is excellent for repairing any situations in the marriage, Venus establishing your reattraction, and then Mercury there direct to smooth over the communication together. But also to draw in new love, it's fabulous. And Mercury could even help with technology in meeting people. Now, Mercury doesn't rule the internet, Uranus does. But when we talk about communication and relationship, I really feel that in the progressive 2016, the internet could apply here for dating, for meeting someone, to be attracted to someone through a form of communication. It could be spontaneous meeting and very organic in your face meeting as well. But with Mercury involved, I do want to say that you could try all facets of connection in the 7th house and have some great luck in July, Aquarius. So if you're single and you really don't want to be, you should just put yourself out there in especially the last 3 weeks of the month. But it could be in effect the whole month and even into the first week of August. On the 19th, we have our full moon at 27 degrees of Capricorn, and this is showing closure and awareness in the 12th house. This is a really complete full moon for you because the 12th house is the house of endings. And to have a full moon endings in a sector of endings, it's like a full cycle. It's a full completion. You're thoroughly finished with a belief, with a mental pattern, with a dream fulfillment in the 12th house. You're also becoming very aware intuitively with a full moon in the 12th. Very heightened awareness, ESP at this time, extrasensory perception, and you could receive information through dreams at this time. So pay attention to that, Aquarian. I know that you're not necessarily a dreamer. We'll leave that for the Pisceans. But it's important to trust your subconscious mind, which is all you, through sleep. So make sure you keep a little notepad by your bedside in July, because I think your 12th house of intuition is extremely heightened mid-month. On the 22nd, the Sun enters Leo to join Venus and Mercury conjunct through the 22nd of August. So again, the life force of the Sun is now in your partnership sector. I'm going to extend the connection possibilities all the way through the third week of August for you, Aquarius, because the sun is the strongest energy we have. Without it, no one lives. And having the sun in your marriage sector is a once a year situation, and it's this time. Depending on your natal chart, I really want you to watch your rising sign when you're watching these forecasts too, because the rising sign depicts where your first house begins on your chart. So make sure to watch your ascendant. But this is fabulous for connection, and I know Aquarius is good on their own. You're the independent sign. You're the rebellious sign. You are autonomy at its highest. And to partner up could feel uncomfortable for the Aquarian. They have to be at your own mental speed. You need a smart partner. Air signs work well with you, but the polar opposite sign of Leo works spectacular as well. But look at who governs your 7th and 8th house in your natal chart. That sign is who you should really link up with. Now, your ruling planet goes retrograde, Aquarius. You're ruled by Uranus, and Uranus retrogrades on the 29th of July. And you might know this already because your internal clocks can tell that when Uranus retrogrades, he tends to be more potent in that position and more rebellious. And there is a strong need for independence at the tail end of the month. I feel like Aquarians could meet someone and then start to second guess if they should be in a relationship, because it could happen quickly. It could happen that you meet them and it is what it is and it feels right. And then when your ruling planet retrogrades in your 8th house, in your 3rd house of communications, in Aries, it could be that you're reassessing. Oh, did I jump into this too quickly? But Uranus, he's a roller coaster. He's unsettling. He's back and forth. He's up and down. He's electricity. He is the internet, and he's also spontaneity. So it could happen in so many different ways depending on your natal positionings. But, he retrogrades once a year, Uranus, so we're used to this. And when he retrogrades, it's for half the year. So he is getting closer to the Pluto energy in Capricorn, which is increasing that square through April of 2017 now. They're going to get closer. Oh, joy. The tension could appear there for you. Now, we have a Mercury retrograde that's occurring in August, but I'm mentioning it because Mercury shifts out of Leo on the last day of July into the sign of Virgo, and it stays there for quite some time through the 7th of October. And this is all in the 8th house of intimacy, so there is a review of your intimate relationships in August. I think Aquarians are meeting the right person and then reassessing this. Let's get to the cards. I am shuffling the Alchemical deck by Robert M. Place. It is my go-to deck. And if you read with me, this is the deck I will be using in the reading. I've had it for decades, and it's out of print. It's a limited edition. So let's see what comes up for Aquarius for the month of July. And if you'd like to read with me, I'm at audreyalison.com. I read all through the week. It's my sole profession, and you can book your appointment on my website. Okay, the Six of Swords. I love this card. Even though the swords get a bad rap for being aggressive, this is one of my favorite cards. The Loving Breeze. I might get this tattooed on me one day. This is going with the flow, the higher power, the loving breeze, letting that boat be guided across the water. And it's regarding travel. So let's see what else comes up. The King of Cups, water sign male. This is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. It's also your own self-fulfillment and your own intuition and knowing and having all the knowledge that you need already within you. The cups rule the emotional and intuitive senses. That 12th house full moon in your intuition. The king being the largest, the full moon being the largest. There's a strong intuitive pull for you now, Aquarius, that I would heed. Lovely. Okay, my favorite card of the deck, the Sun. Or not my personal favorite, but the most happy, I want to say. The Sun. Marriage. 7th house. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, so yeah, bride and groom, marriage, success, happiness, obtaining the soulmate. Wow, it's on for Aquarius. You have a few outcome cards that I want to discuss. Aquarian, if you're not ready for love, you better get your helmet on. The Ace of Cups is a sign, or is a card that discusses the time frame of June 21st. It's about summer. It's also about new love, meeting your one true love, your true heart's desire, and the Knight of Staves, possibly relocating, moving. Now, you have 2 cards of movement, which I'm not mad at all. Relocation, which isn't highlighted in the chart, but the new moon in the 6th is handling health and work, which could cause maybe a little relocation for work. But love, since this card came up after the Ace of Cups, love could help you move. Love could make you move. Love could see you doing crazy things, like selling your house and getting out of the country. Love could see you on a cruise to nowhere. Now, some of you Aquarians will be with a water sign male, and even though Leo is your polar opposite sign, I'm getting a strong Cancer and Scorpio feeling with this card. Not necessarily Pisces, although now this card with the fish on it. So I'm just going to stick with water. There's a water energy, and you could be whisked away in it. And let me say this too, Aquarius. If you start backpedaling, if you dive headfirst into something, into the water, allow it to unfold without your control, without you trying to control every facet of how this relationship is working. Allow it to be. Go with the flow. Allow the higher breeze, the loving breeze, to lead this. Because if you try to control it too much, as you are the, mentally astute, and you like everything precisely accurate, and I don't know how to say this without being offensive, because I do find it to be a quality that I admire in Aquarius, but it's so smart that it's condescending. And I don't want you coming off that way to the person you're starting to date. So maybe step back a little bit, and if you find that you're reassessing this relationship once it gets started, don't reject it right off the bat. Maybe step back a little bit, but allow it to progress as it should and as it normally would. Well, thank you for watching, and I hope this was helpful. I'm wishing you a fabulous month in love and in your health and always. So remember, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.